I gotta ask, what's the right off the bat, what's the business builder camp? What is that?
I don't know. I'm joking, but see if I can get Sarah. Yeah, so I'm a business and life coach is what I would say as a common description of my work.
Okay.
And Business Builder Camp is my ecosystem or collection of people and the work that I do. And Business Builder Camp is the live events that we do. It is the weekly men's mastermind that I run on Zoom. It is people coming here to the building I'm sitting in at the farm slash home I have in Pennsylvania. It's all those things. And I serve I call them business builders, but other people might say business owners or entrepreneurs or founders. And primarily, I'm working with men through so it's a men's mastermind group that I run. Although I have some one-on-one coaching clients who are female. And when I do my event in May that we call Rendezvous, I invite anybody who I think is just an awesome, sharp business builder who would elevate the room and would be the right person to give and take with the other people that are there. So, and I work with the butcher, the baker, the candlestick maker, the funeral home owner, the earthwork contractor, if that fits. Handful of coaches and consultants normally every year are, part of the work that I do. So,
What drove you to do it?
well, this is my 13th year, Bryce.
Ooh.
And so what drove me to do it or do this work? I think you work a lot in like heavy civil earthwork. Isn't that
Yeah.
where you're trying to kind of make your way, right?
Yeah, I mean that's what I've known for about 20 years, so it's definitely where I focus more of my time on.
Yeah, so I started I'm a geotechnical engineer by college education
Okay.
and also grew up around agriculture, and engineers call it soil and rock, not dirt, but if you move it and you're a contractor, you normally call it dirt. And so my first gig was uh working as a engineer, but really project management and sales for a drilling and blasting, shoring and stabilization company in Colorado. And came back home here to Pennsylvania and tried working in an office as a consulting engineer, and it didn't go that well for me. I didn't enjoy it. It was hard to be in the office after starting my career out in the field. But I also love sales and people. And I was considering a job that would have been selling cement for subgrade stabilization for road work.
So would you have been
And
traveling for that kind of
I
thing?
would
Yeah.
have, yeah, I would have traveled, which I like to do too. And my dad said, if you're going to go into sales, why don't you come join the family business? And I did. And I spent 9 years with my dad growing the business that he had founded until we sold it. Somewhere in there, I started doing organic farming and moved here because I wanted to have my own thing and not only be Wayne Jr. And had four kids. And I had spent most of those 9 years away from home trying to build that business, doing sales on the road. And so when we sold the company outright, I this wasn't real popular with my dad nor the buyers, but I said I'm done and I'm cashing in the chips to start something else. And that's when I started doing coaching consulting because I had a mentor who had helped me fall in love with the personal development things.
Yeah.
And so I'm sitting at home after saying I'm not going to keep working and I'm going to leave all the stock options. I'm going to leave the big six-figure salary and car allowance and start out on my own doing something else. And the farm wasn't going to pay the bills. And I was like, what am I going to do? And I thought, I know, I'll try to be like Warren Lewis. And so this man, Warren Lewis, became my mentor and guided me in like a master apprentice type way to get started. So that was 13 years ago. And then along the way, what drove me as you say, to get to the things we're doing now was I love the outdoors. I love convening rooms of smart people, and I believe that they can help each other, and I don't need to be the smartest guy in the room. And so I had attended a retreat for a group that I was in as a member, and it was at a ranch in Texas. And I was like, this is really cool. And I want to get my one on one coaching clients together. So in 2018, actually, my assistant Rhonda just got me this sign, which is way cool.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so it's Business Builder Camp established 2018. So in 2018, for the first time, I rented a house and gathered people together like a camp, like a hunting camp. Like I've gone on guided hunting trips where you're staying at a lodge, but there's a camp cook and there's breakfast and coffee and you talk to other people, but then you go do your hunting thing and then you come back and have a meal together. And so that's what I started to create with clients. And had 8 business owners at the first one we ever did. And I came in with a 3 ring binder of like all the things we were going to do and what I was going to teach them. And after 6 hours, I chucked that thing because what I realized is given the right space, giving an atmosphere of vulnerability, which I helped to establish, they just do the thing. Like they need a little bit less hands-on from me and it's just going to happen and I need to like just kind of tweak and help and shift and draw the connections between them and then good work goes on. They all grow and they want to come back and they develop next steps and that's more or
Yeah.
less what we've
So
been
you
been
basically
doing
you
since then.
facilitate the opportunity for everybody to kind of converge and come together and just that's I think it's whether it's construction or not construction, it's so valuable. And I grew up very old school construction, even though I don't try to claim I'm an old guy, but I grew up very old school
Not with that
construction.
shirt on, you can't.
And I got a saying, what's the point of showing up if you're not going to stand out? You gotta be willing to stand out a little bit. That's the only way I get noticed.